Good evening, folks. Welcome to In the Air Tonight. And in the air tonight, we'll have some Erinmore Flake. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know too much about Erinmore Flake other than it's from the STG group. It's quite popular. And I'll read what's on the tin. It says, fruity blend of Virginia and Burley tobaccos. This, of course, is the Missouri Meerschaum Patriot, one of my personal favorites. I like the straight stem version, although you can get a bent stem. Let's give it a good whiff. When I smell tobaccos, one thing that I like to do is smell it with my mouth shut and then smell it with my mouth open. There's something familiar here. There's definitely a fruit punchy smell to it, but there's something so familiar to this smell. It smells like this chapstick that I used to get. It's almost got a cocoa butter, pineapple, and cherry smell to it. I think that smell that was so familiar was cocoa butter, which is surprising. I don't think I've ever seen anybody say that this smells like cocoa butter, so kind of bizarre that that's what I'm smelling. Now, this is what it looks like, so you could already tell that this is probably going to be a pressed flake, which I assume it is. Let me just crack it open and confirm. Oh, wow. It's a pressed flake, and I don't know if you can tell with the lighting in this room. I always keep this room pretty dim, and it's painted a nice green here. So it typically is pretty dark in here, but this is a dark flake. Interesting. Well, let's break this up and pack it up and see what our thoughts are. I initially got a slight cat pee, ammonia, and that's sort of faded into a little bit of that pineapple-y topping, some nutty burleys. That ammonia flavor seems to have gone away, but it certainly was there. I'm not just imagining that. You can taste those Virginias. Absolutely no bite so far. On the retrohale, I get nuts and citrus. None of that Lakelandy taste. So, if you don't like that soapiness, I think you'll be okay here. The topping is not very strong. There's some sweetness here, but it's not overwhelming. Certainly a good blend for people who like a little bit of sweetness, but can also be smoked and enjoyed, from what I could tell so far, by folks who are more straight Virginias or burley enjoyers. because it's really one of the lightest aromatics that I've had recently. In the sense that the flavor is almost more on the nose than it is on the tongue. Smoking it a little faster here just to see if it'll bite. Not any bite to this so far. Quite good. Kind of like this a lot, actually. Pretty old-timey. This is an interesting blend because I can already tell that this may not be a blend that you like as a beginner or when you're first getting started. But it's something that I can appreciate now. This is a good contemplative blend. Getting a little bit breadiness and some citrus here. And still those nutty, burly flavors. With that just sweetness and that hint of pineapple on top. A little bit of chocolate, dark chocolate. I don't know why it reminds me of Bob's Chocolate Flake, but it's got some of those deep cocoa flavors in the background. I like it. It's good. I don't smoke the whole tin. I could already tell. Let me pause this, smoke a little bit, and we'll get towards the middle / end of the bowl, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it. I had to turn the camera off for a little bit and just enjoy this. I gotta say, this is an amazing contemplative blend. Philosophy of use. I think I'm a little bit biased here because there's a pineapple on there and it's pineapple flavored. So there's a little bit of tropical vibes that come with this blend. So I want to say something like, my mom lives on a houseboat in New Jersey, and we would pour ourselves a drink on the weekends or on a Friday, and we'd go out and watch the sunset. And all the people on the dock would do that too, and they'd blow this big conch shell. And then I'd sit down and light up a cigar or a pipe. A couple other guys on the dock would do the same. But you don't need to be there on a dock. This is good, just kind of sit on your front porch or your stoop, watching the sun go down and just thinking about life, being real contemplative. So peaceful. And the slower you sip this, the sweeter it gets. But it's never too sweet. There's almost like a English breakfast tea with a little bit of lemon flavor to this as you get towards the end of the pipe. I don't even know if you can see, but I'm pretty darn close to the end of the bowl here, and I packed it all the way out. And one shocking thing is just how consistent it is from beginning to end. Yeah, I'm getting some black tea towards the end here. I like it a lot. It's really good. Surprised it took me this long to try it, frankly, because I talked to some folks who haven't been smoking pipes for nearly as long as I have who've tried this blend, but definitely gonna have to order some more tins of this, age some, and add it to my regular rotation. I think that there's not really a time or a season for this, but time is definitely sundown. Sunset. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping around my back stairs. I gotta be careful singing like that because I'm gonna get hit with a copyright strike because the algorithm's gonna think that I'm playing Gordon Lightfoot music. That's how similar we sound. But anyway, this has been Erinmore in the air tonight. Really like it, obviously, and think you should try it. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think, and cheers. Boop.